What's up, gamers? This is PlayStation Gamer. Today, I am going to do a predictions video for the Xbox Showcase coming up. Of the last two showcases that are happening, Summer's Game Fest and Xbox Showcase, I expect this to be on the same scale as, I guess you would say a bit above the state of plays, but nothing too crazy. So with that said, let's just get into my predictions. And mind you, I'm trying to keep my expectations tamed when it comes to this, mostly because I feel like they're trying to set the tone for stuff going forward. So maybe there will be some big surprises. We don't know. But at the same time, that's the thing about surprises. You can't expect a surprise because then it wouldn't be a surprise, right? So yeah, let's get into my first prediction. I feel like Fable is a given at this point. I mean, we know about this game. We already got the teaser trailer, which you're more likely seeing play here. And the only thing I think they need to show left is the release date and gameplay. Because that is the one kind of thing we're kind of questioning right now. Like, what's the gameplay of this? Is this an RPG, like turn-based or whatever? Like, we don't know because it's supposed to be Fable reboot. So also, can you customize the character, or is that character you see in the trailer the default that everyone plays with? Like, that is the big questions for this game. And I do think these are questions we need answers, because a lot of people right now are kind of on the fence about this one. Personally, I'm in a camp of I kind of need to see more, but at the same time, I did like the first Fable a lot. I think Fable 2 and Fable 3 are games that exist, but hey, at the same time, I do think at some point we need to see this, and this is the perfect time to show it, because supposedly it's coming out next year. So yeah, Fable's a given at this point, because, well, if it's coming out next year, you need to show it. So one of the games that consistently I keep hearing about is this new Doom game coming out called Doom: The Dark Ages, aka technically it's supposed to be like Doom Zero, like it's supposed to take place during the medieval times supposedly, because at least that's what we know from the name of the game. This was something that was actually leaked in Microsoft documents when they were trying to acquire Activision Blizzard. So it's like, yeah, it's something they kind of eternally are talking about. So it's like, of course it's real. And like I said, the fact that we keep hearing about this thing and keep hearing rumors about it, it's like, it's about time we see a new Doom game. And I do think Doom has become one of the more valuable IPs now, because this is so funny, because like looking back at the history of Doom, like there was a point Doom was like no one wanted to touch the shit, and now people want a new Doom game almost every 2 to 3 years. So yeah, I do think we're gonna get a new Doom game. I don't know for sure if it's gonna be the Doom Dark Age game, but at the same time, it seems like that's the one that's lining up. So hopefully we'll see it, and maybe we get a release date. I kind of doubt that, though, because that would be like too much. Like, just too much, man. You can't be doing trailers and release dates. I mean, come on. You can't just announce something and then put a release date out at the same time. No, everyone knows you gotta do 2 trailers, then the release date. Yeah, that's the Sony formula, and it works. I think it's a given we will get one more trailer of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle before the game launches. I think that's going to be cool, because, Indiana Jones right now has got a big uphill battle to overcome, especially with all the stuff going around. And I think this is Machine, I think the developer of the game's called Machine Guns. I think this is their time to be, hey, we got to deliver on this game, or this is going to be, we're going to be on the chopping block. Because after Wolfenstein and all that shit, a lot's riding on Indiana Jones. So I really do hope this game is a success, and I can't wait to see the reviews come out and gameplay come out, and hopefully this game is great, because man, oh man, I don't want to see Indy burn again. So, technically, they'd be burned for a third time now. First by Steven Spielberg, then by Disney, and potentially by Microsoft. Not good. So, yeah, I expect we'll see one more trailer. Now we're going to get into what I call my wild card predictions. These are basically things that I would love to see. And if I was in charge at Microsoft, I would definitely be doing, because man, oh man, some of these I think are actually pretty damn good. And I think one of them is a great way to end the show. But the first one we're going to get into is definitely going to catch people off guard. That's right, if I had it my way, I'd be doing Sunset Overdrive Remastered for the Series X, Series S, and of course the PlayStation 5. Because yes, this would be a cooperative, jointment between Microsoft and Sony. We know Microsoft is willing to play ball with companies. We see them do it with Nintendo when it came to GoldenEye. I think this would be really cool, and it's one of those things that both Microsoft and Sony mutually benefit from. This is a dormant IP that's technically Sony's, and Microsoft gets to say, hey, we're doing a remaster of a smaller game that maybe not only a handful of people actually know about. I think Sunset Overdrive is very overdue for a 60 FPS patch. As far as I've looked up, it doesn't have one. And this is one of those games that absolutely needs it. And when you look at this game, you could definitely see some of that Ratchet & Clank DNA they would eventually end up using for Rifted Apart. And it's just like, this is something I would want to see. And I know I'm not the only one. I would love to see I almost said Ratchet & Clank because that's on my mind now because I keep mentioning it. Sunset Overdrive, I would love to see get a port to PlayStation and Series consoles, because I think this franchise deserves at least a little bit of love. It wouldn't take that much. It's just 60 FPS, make the graphics a little bit better, and put it on PlayStation the same day Xbox gets it. But the difference, and this is, I think, what should happen going forward, all the games going forward, is that Microsoft gets priority. So like they'll get like a month before the PlayStation version gets it, or they get to put it on Game Pass. They're half of the games they're sharing. I think that's fair. I think that's reasonable for both parties. Yeah, another one I know I'm going to catch some flack for, but honestly, I think it's time we get the Marcus Phoenix collection for Gears of War fans, because my god, this is something we desperately need. Like, I really feel like Gears of War needs to get some extra love. Like, I think a Marcus Phoenix collection would be great. I think, making it all parts one package would be awesome. And yes, this is one of those things I would share with PlayStation, because honestly, when you look at it, it's not even technically Microsoft didn't make this game. Epic made this game. So technically, Epic, if they want to put their foot down, could do something about that. But that's not what would happen. Microsoft would probably just be like, hey, technically these are our games. We made them, but I know technically you also made them too. So it's like, it's a whole complicated thing. But I do think Gears of War as a collection, at least the first 3 Gears games, should make their way to PlayStation, because one, it exposes the IP to a new audience that's probably never played a Gears of War game, which absolutely they should. I also think it would get people excited for more Gears of War content. I think going back playing Gears 3 would make people really reminiscent of like, man, this would be great. I want more Gears of War. I mean, can they do a remaster of Gears 4 and Gears 5 as like a duo collection? I know I'm doing like a lot of remasters, a lot of collection, because that kind of seems to be the trend right now going in the game industry, is take these IPs that are already established, do what you can to get them back into common person's mind, and try to expand it out as far as you can. And I think playing on PlayStation would be a big benefit for the Gears 4 franchise going forward. I mean, technically, Marcus Phoenix is in Fortnite, and so is Kratos. So, just saying, technically, Gears of War and God of War are already technically on each other's platform. So, just saying, I would like to see Gears of War make its way to PlayStation at some point because I think those first 3 Gears games are perfectional. And yes, the Gears of War 1 I would use is Gears of War Ultimate Edition because that's just the best version to go with. So, yeah. And my last thing I'm going to predict is, of course, Gears of War 6 getting announced slash teased. And I feel like this is something, yeah, we keep hearing about that Gears of War 6 is inevitable. It's going to happen. But I wouldn't be announcing this for any, platform because there's rumors that we could see new hardware at this showcase, which I don't think is guaranteed at this point. But if they're going to announce hardware, at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Like, mostly I just want Gear 6 to get announced, and that be like the big thing to end the show on. Not some handheld, not a new console, a new game, because right now, what Microsoft really needs to do is they need to focus on the games. The games are the things that need to become the priority. Not the hardware, not the, where you play. It's the games you play. The games you play need to be the priority. So, yeah, I would end the show with Gears of War 6 being teased/announced. And then you go into the Call of Duty Black Ops 6, funny enough. Direct they're doing. And you know what? Honestly, I think that'd be a perfect way to end the show. I also think, by the way, you'll get like some third-party announcements. I was mostly just focused on the first-party stuff because I feel like Microsoft does have a lot of first-party stuff we're not aware of. And some people probably ask, what about games like State of Decay and Perfect Dark? I don't think we're going to see these at the show. Mostly because at the end of the day, I think those games are still too far gone. I think those games are still at least 3 to 4 years before we see them again. And from what it sounds like, not even like Fallout really might even be at the show, which is extra sad. I've heard rumors of a Fallout 3 remaster. They want to try to capitalize on that. Hey, if they do that, great, cool. I would love that. But at the same time, I can't really predict that because there's only one rumor going off that. So, yeah. That's just my final thoughts on what I think we'll see at the showcase. What I would predict, my predictions, my wild card predictions are probably not too wild, but at the same time, nothing's guaranteed at these shows. It ain't like they're telling me, like a giant list of stuff they're going to show. So, until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer sign out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that YouTube algorithm BS. Let me know what you guys think we're going to see at the showcase. And maybe you guys did watch the show, and you're coming here to make fun of me after, because, haha, TPG got everything wrong. And maybe I did, but you know what? At least it'll be a fun time to just watch and enjoy video games. So, bye.